Welcome back to the garage. It is Saturday morning and the world is still on fire. Let's start with the tape. Bitcoin is sitting at $68,000. Ethereum is just under 2,000. Solana is at 84. All three in the red, all three holding support. Now let's talk about why that actually matters. We are in week 2 of the US-Iran conflict. The Strait of Hormuz is still shut. 20% of global petroleum is sitting behind a military blockade. Oil crossed $90 on Friday, 12% in a single session. And then we got the jobs number, negative 92,000 jobs. The street was expecting plus 58,000. That is not a miss. That is a blowout. So here is where the Fed is right now. Recessionary labor data is telling them to cut rates. $90 oil is telling them to hold. They are sitting in the cockpit staring at 2 warning lights with no good move on the dash. FOMC is March 17th and 18th. That meeting just became a live wire. Now here is what the headlines are missing. Bitcoin has printed 5 consecutive monthly red candles. The last time that happened was the 2018 bear market, but exchange reserves just hit a 7-year low. 2.7 million Bitcoin sitting on exchanges. During the sell-off, 12,000 Bitcoin walked off the exchange. That is not panic selling. That is accumulation wearing a disguise. The MVRV ratio is sitting at 1.0. Every single time in Bitcoin history that number touched 1, it marked the bottom zone. Every single time. Ethereum is just under 2,000 with staking demand draining exchange inventory at a record pace. Solana ETFs just had their strongest inflow week in a month while the price was falling. The smart money is not watching the price. They are watching the inventory. And stablecoin supply just hit $312 billion. That is the dry powder sitting in the pit lane waiting for the green light. Here is the contradiction the market has not priced yet. Quantitative models put Bitcoin's flow implied fair value at $94,900. Spot price is $68,000. That is a 40% discount while institutions are still buying. Now here's the road ahead. Tuesday, we get the CPI print. A hot number kills the rate cut narrative. A cold number opens the door. Thursday is core PCE. Friday is the WBT token unlock. $4.18 billion hitting the market. And March 17th and 18th is the FOMC decision. That is the week that tells us what gear we are driving in for the rest of the quarter. Here is the playbook. If you are holding, then hold. The sensors say bottom zone. Forced selling has been absorbed. If you are watching, then 67,400 is the number that matters. That is where a 40 times leveraged long gets liquidated. If that level breaks, it gets loud fast. If you are sitting on dry powder, then you are in position. The garage is not chasing, the garage is patient. One more thing before we go. The Mavia token teardown is on the lift. Full deep dive coming for you Sunday. And check out the website, gurucryptogarage.guru. It is free and it always